I thank the gentlelady for yielding. Look, we learned in the Rules Committee yesterday, in fact, the gentlelady from Minnesota pointed out how Republicans had little opportunity to provide any input into these bills that are going to be provided for in this rule. Unfortunately, the Speaker has no interest in involving half of the representatives in this country in addressing an issue we all care about, keeping Americans safe. Yesterday in the Rules Committee, it was stated that Republicans vote against all mental health bills. I don't know where that concept comes from. Republicans passed into law the 21st Century Cures Act, which represents the most significant reform to the mental health system in several decades. Republicans have also taken steps to reform the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, the so-called Fix-Nix Act of 2017, which improved reporting to the database. But unfortunately, we also know the Department of Justice Inspector General reported that only 1% of individuals who try to purchase a firearm illegally, and it's known they're trying to purchase a firearm illegally, only 1% are prosecuted. So I've introduced a bill, H.R. 194, to require the Department of Justice to recommence this reporting to Congress so that Congress can have a better idea of how many guns exist illegally in commerce, and ultimately to ensure that the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms recovers these illegal firearms. You know, Republicans would have also engaged on the issue of the age of purchase. But honestly, as brought up by Representative Massey yesterday during the Rules hearing, let's examine all the data points to determine whether the age for law enforcement officers, military service, and the selective service should also be considered. But that was not on the table. And then, as if to underscore just how partisan and one-sided this rule bill is today, there's a provision in the rule that deems a $1.6 trillion budget resolution for fiscal year 2023. And as Speaker, I'm a member of the Budget Committee. And during the Rules Committee hearing yesterday was the first time I heard about this budget resolution. It's a 9% increase over fiscal 22 and $21 billion over President Biden's fiscal year 2023 budget proposal. We've got a problem with inflation in this country. We've got a problem with inflation because the federal government and congressional Democrats and the Biden administration are overspending what the economy can tolerate. And yet here we are, adding a 9% increase on a resolution that's deemed passed when the rule is voted on. We don't even get to debate it, the pros and cons in the committee. It's just deemed passed when the rule is passed. I have to ask, when will this partisan policymaking end? Look, half the country, represented by Republicans, deserve and have a mandate from our constituents to be part of the legislative process. I yield back.
Expired.